thank you so much for having me here to chat to you.
It's lovely to see you again, so thank you for coming in.
Yeah, it's exciting to be talking about the Great British Summer Savings. And with the summer holidays on the horizon, the prospect of 6 weeks of childcare can be quite daunting for a lot of families. So what's the thinking behind the initiative?
Well, that is exactly the thinking behind the initiative, that summer holidays, 6 weeks, should be a time for families to make really happy memories and spend time together. But I absolutely recognise that it's also a challenge for parents in terms of the financial costs and keeping the kids occupied. And so many parents work and work full time, and you have to take time off work or find friends and family to look after the kids, and then you've got to find things for them to do, because most kids don't want to be stuck in the house during the summer break. And so I recognise as well that the cost of living, the challenges there are still very real. And so the purpose of this is trying to take down the costs of some of those lovely things that we want to do in the summer to help create those memories. So this is very aimed at families, whether it's grandparents taking the kids out for the day, mum and dad, aunt and uncle, godparents, childminders, whoever it is, just reducing the cost of that during the summer.
That sounds much needed. And I mean, personally, what kind of activities do you enjoy doing? What are the kind of things that you have good memories of with your family over holidays?
My children are 13 and 11. We really enjoy beach holidays in Britain. So, you know, whether it is in Cornwall or Devon or the coast in Suffolk or in Wales, you know, we've done loads of beach holidays here in the UK, and we'll be doing that again this year, and going down with loads of bags to the beach with the towels, the costumes, the buckets and spades, the windbreaker, which you always lose the mallet every year, so you always have to go and buy a new one to put up the windbreaker. And we just can spend loads of time there, because you know, one of you could be reading a book, another one could be, you know, paddling in the sea, playing a game of cricket or whatever. And so we really enjoy doing that. But also when you go on a beach holiday, and I remember this with my dad when I was little, you know, beach holidays in the UK, there's always going to be a day or two when the sun isn't shining and you've got to find something else to do. So I remember with our dad, we used to go to South Wales, and we spent quite a lot of time in the cinema, in the leisure centre, the Tenpin bowling. And so we'll be taking the price down of all of them as well this summer, as well as children's meals in restaurants, cafes, hotels and pubs as well. So what happens in the scheme is that VAT will be taken down from 20% to 5%. For kids at cinemas, theatres, concerts, and then for all tickets for soft play, amusement parks, things like that. And then for going to a restaurant or pub, the children's meal, the VAT on that will go down from 20% to 5% as well. It starts on the 25th of June and it goes all the way until the 1st of September. And then in August in England, kids on the bus will go for free. And that's as many bus trips as you want, any time of day, any day of the week, all through August. So this is all about trying to keep costs down for families this summer.
Brilliant. And so if, for example, I take my son to soft play, how do we actually see this on our wallets? Will it be automatically applied, or is there something that, you know, we need to do?
There's nothing that you need to do. Businesses will pay less VAT when they pay their when they do their tax returns, and more and more businesses are signing up to say that they're going to pass this on directly to their customers. Yesterday I went to an amusement park and I met the bosses at a number of venues right across the UK, some big businesses, some family run amusement parks, and they've all committed both in the ticket price but also in the menus in their cafes and restaurants as well, to take that VAT down. down, and we want more businesses to know about it. We want more families to know about it, and so it comes in on the 25th of June, runs then all the way through the summer holidays, and more businesses are signing up to pass this on directly to their customers and to the families that use them.
Brilliant. And so, given that it is not mandatory and businesses are signing up, is there kind of an incentive for businesses to sign up to the scheme?
The incentive is that you get more people through the door,
Yeah.
and you are encouraging people to get out of the house and to come and visit your venues. So, you know, if you're a soft play centre, it's a no-brainer really. You're going to be paying less VAT when you do your quarterly VAT return, and if you pass that on and if you advertise it, and that's why we've got marketing and branded products saying Great British Summer Savings, so they can put it up on their windows, put it on their website, put it on their menus, so that people know that they are taking part in this scheme and that they will feel the benefits from it.
£300 million, it's a lot of money, but at the same time, you know, a lot of families are still struggling. And are there any other places that families can turn for support over the summer holidays, because that 6 weeks can be really tricky?
Yes, I recognise that those 6 weeks can be tricky, both in terms of getting the time off work and then finding things to do that are affordable for families. And look, you know, we've got great parks and libraries and public leisure centres.
And beaches?
And beaches, yeah, that's where we'll be, hopefully, if the sun shines. But you know, those extra days out and those paid for activities, I want them to be a little bit cheaper. But in addition to that, you'll know that in the budget last year we took money off energy bills, we froze prescription charges for the second year in a row, and we froze rail fares for the first time in 30 years. So we're doing a number of things to try and keep costs down, particularly for families. And at school, we're rolling out the free breakfast clubs, and for all schools and nurseries and further education colleges, for kids whose parents or carers are on universal credit from this coming September. So when they go back in September, there will be free school meals for all kids whose parents or carers are on universal credit. The scheme we're doing over the summer is universal, everyone can benefit. The breakfast clubs, as we roll those out, are for everybody, but then some extra support for those people that need it most.
So when we're eating out with the kids, I love taking my son out for a pizza or for some food. It's just one thing less to think about when you've got the kids at home. And with this scheme, is it up to each venue whether to apply the savings, or does it automatically qualify?
So again, when a business then does its VAT return for the children's meals it sells, it will only have a VAT rate of 5% rather than the 20% that it normally is, and that's on children's meals. So you'll know as a mum that, you know, at most restaurants and cafes they'll have a children's option on the menu, and however great our packed lunches are, kids always prefer what is available in the cafe or restaurant. So businesses again are signing up to pass this on directly to their customers for the simple reason they know that if they do this, that people are more likely to come in and use it. Now, what it means, if the kids' meal at a restaurant is £6 today, then if you take that down by 15%, it's almost £1 off. So if you've got a couple of kids, that's a couple of pounds off. If the meal is more expensive, £10 meal, it will be a bit more off, £1.50 per kid off the price of a meal. So this all adds up, and alongside the free bus travel, the reduced VAT on soft play, on the cinema tickets, it's just making the day out with a family, when every penny, every pound counts, just makes it a little bit cheaper, a little bit more affordable.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that I will definitely be making the most of those meals over the summer. Thank you so much for chatting to me. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to making the most of the Great British Summer Savings.
Well, thank you, Ellie. And so as a mum, I am as well. And I'm sure that my children, like most children, could come up with a very long list of things that we could save our money on.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks, Ellie.